Hey, it's your buddy Mark here, and you're tuning in to session number 27 of the Epic Personal Trainer podcast. Now, I know that to make money in your personal training business, most of you are just giving sessions, and sometimes that's not going to be enough to make ends meet. But whether you're earning enough or not, there are always some more ways you can earn more money by creating some extra income streams that you can tap into without working yourself into the ground. So in today's session, after thinking back over what I've done in the past and some of the things I'm still doing, and also after talking to a bunch of trainers about what they're doing to earn money, here are my top 5 income streams for personal trainers to earn more that does not include doing more and more sessions and more work. I've tried to keep a list where you don't have to invest a lot of time in the long run, as time is one of the things that most trainers lack. So on this list are 5 ways that might require a bit of upfront work or extra work for a short space of time. But the best bit is that it's work that you can leverage. That means that once the work is done, you can use it over and over again. These income streams are also scalable, so you can do it over and over again with a lot of people without too much extra work. Sound good? Let's get started. So first up on the list is that you can create all different kinds of digital downloads that you can sell online. I mean, even sell to people in your local area as well, because they also have internet access. So what kind of digital downloads can there be? Well, you can write some downloadable programs to start with. A lot of trainers do this and sell them as PDFs or even turn them into ebooks. If you have a repeatable training system that works for the majority of people, you can create a workout, give it a cool name, and sell it as a standalone downloadable product. Once it's created, you can sell the same digital download an infinite number of times technically, with no extra work, no extra cost. There are some, really famous workouts out there, like P90X. That was massive and made millions, literally millions and millions. Another download you could create is a regular book and sell it as an ebook. That's something I've been thinking of doing recently. And with self-publishing tools and access to Amazon, it looks fairly simple. But I mean, writing the book's not going to be, that's going to be a little bit tough. But it's also something that you can do once and start selling without a load of time needed once it's completed. It's repeatable. You can keep selling it again and again. Think of John Goodman and his books. They really helped him take off and become that kind of global voice now that he is. Some trainers may sell different products through an app. An app can take you through a workout. It's a bit more involved than maybe a PDF version that we talked about before. And apps are great, especially in, this current day. You can include videos for support. You can track sessions and progress and help keep people more accountable. And while this is a great idea, there are some really great apps like Carbon by Lane Norton, and there's a lot of actually like Instagram kind of people with actually really good apps. But getting this all set up is going to cost a lot of money. Apps do not come cheap. And even once it's done, it's also going to need maintenance. So while you're not personally going to be putting in all the work, you will need to pay somebody to do it for that tech side. But the great thing about having an app is that it's probably going to be paid on a monthly recurring basis, which means you've got a monthly recurring income. This is really good for any business, actually. And, you should be used to it because that's how gyms operate and how your personal training operates anyway. But by having a lot of people paying that small amount, it can really, really add up and give you a nice, predictable income each month. Now, next up on the list is affiliate marketing. And as a trainer, you're in a really unique position where firstly, your clients really trust you and your opinions. And secondly, they always ask you for advice and recommendations. I'm asked all the time about best supplements and protein and shoes and like local physios, stuff like that. You can set up relationships with these companies or people where you promote and recommend their products and services. And for each sale that comes through you, you get a referral bonus or a cut of the sale or something like that. Now, this can be a real earner if you have a big audience or if you have high ticket offers and items that you can recommend to your clients. Now, some of you might be, quote unquote, sponsored trainers, but really this is just an affiliate arrangement where you help promote a supplement company and you get a discount code that helps track the sales. And also that's how they know what to pay you. But whatever you call it, it can be a really good way to earn some extra income. Again, especially if you have a good audience. Just make sure that whatever you promote or recommend is something that you personally used yourself and was impressed by. Make sure that the recommendation comes from experience. Otherwise, when somebody asks a question or has a bad experience, you're going to be in a much better position to talk to them about it. You're also in a better position to sell, as talking from experience of something you really like, it's going to show through how you talk about it with your enthusiasm for the product or service. Now, third on the list is online workshops and webinars. Of course, this is also something you can do in person if you want. It's just that online, it's a bit more scalable and a little bit less work overall. But either way, you can create an educational workshop or a webinar with a specific topic that will really help and add value to your ideal client. Now, these do need to be paid events, like paid webinars. So you need to make it good. And it's actually probably best not to call it a webinar. You see, people are trained to expect webinars to be free. So you can call it a webinar if you just want it to be used purely as a marketing or lead generation type of event. But if it is paid, then it's best to call it a workshop or a masterclass or something like that. But the greatest thing about these events is not only can you earn money from them, but they're great for marketing. It's a double whammy. It's a great way for you to expand your reach and have people enter your world and generate leads. And while the cost isn't that high for the customer, once people are learning from you and connecting with you, you're building that know, like, and trust, you can lead people up your value pyramid to more expensive and better products and services. So they can be a money earner, but it's also a great way to start off a relationship with people that are your ideal client. Okay, fourth on the list is hosting and running some kind of challenge. This is another great way to generate leads, grow your audience, reach new people, and also start to build trust and help more. You can run a challenge that has a very specific goal for anything from 5 to 30 days. Some examples, you could include a 30-day push-up challenge, or maybe a 21-day bodyweight challenge, or a 7-day hydration challenge. There really are no limits on what you can do, but there are some guidelines, okay? First, your challenge needs to be specific. What are you working towards? What is the result or transformation that you're helping people to achieve for the duration of the challenge? That result or transformation also needs to be measurable so people can know if they're making progress, and at the end of it, they know if they've reached the goal or not. Now, whatever kind of challenge you decide to do, it needs to be specific to your business. Okay, it has to be relevant and useful for the kind of ideal client that you want to work with. You're going to need to educate and hold people accountable along the way. You need to keep in contact, and that's a great way to do it. Offering support for the entire duration of the challenge is also going to be needed. And if you can gamify it all in some way, that'll help keep people's interest really high throughout, as you are going to have dropouts along the way. Now, just like workshops and webinars, challenges can also be paid experiences, and you can earn money and again, use them as a great marketing tool to get more and more people into your world and build relationships. And just like workshops and webinars, once you've created it, you can rinse and repeat over and over again. Once the upfront work is done, you can host a new one anytime you want without any extra work. And the amount of people that can attend is technically unlimited if you're online. All right, now moving on to the last one. The final way for you to make money with extra income stream is through an online community. Now, you can do this in a couple of ways. The first way is to have a community for your existing clients. This can be done no matter if you're an online or in-person trainer. Having your clients come into a community altogether can help them feel like they're a part of something bigger, like they're not alone on their journey. It's something that will unite people, and they all have something in common already. First is that they're all your clients. But because they're your clients, they're probably all working on a very similar goal and experiencing all the same kind of issues and obstacles. So knowing other people are going through the same thing you're going through is a really strong motivator, and it's going to really help with support and accountability. And in a community, a lot of that comes from other clients, not just you. So this is a great way to add value, and it requires very little extra work from you. Now, I'm not saying it's easy. None of these are easy. And in the early days, you might have to come up and do the work yourself. In a community, you're going to have to probably create a culture where clients are happy and willing to help each other out. Another way to run a community is to create a place where you can offer help, support, and advice to people that are maybe downloading your workout plans or your app, what we talked about earlier on point one. People that kind of go it alone with digital downloads know that it's something that they're probably going to need to do on their own. So to offer that guidance in an almost minimalistic way can be a big selling point for them and another great value add because the cost is also going to be really cheap. So, why minimalist? It's because you're assisting now in a one-to-many situation rather than like a one-to-one like traditional personal training. This helps you leverage your time a lot better. And again, you can eventually have other clients within the community supporting the members. Now, when you do personally help out and talk and give advice, and it's a one-to-many situation, you can make sure that it's recorded and then stored within the community. So this allows for future clients to be able to come in, search and find what they want and get the help they need quickly and easily without any help from anyone else at all. Because when they can do that, they can get the answers they want right now, rather than posting or trying to connect with people and then waiting for them to respond. And, all that could take a much longer time. Now, both types of communities have a lot of benefits in common. First up is that communities can help clients be more sticky. All right. That is, it will help with your retention, as clients won't want to leave and give up and miss out on the community, just as they probably don't want to miss out on and give up on you as a trainer. So it can make the decision to leave a lot harder due to their fear of missing out. A community allows for clients to talk to each other far more freely, which will allow you to get better insights as to what they need or are struggling with and what the obstacles are. You can engage with them on a much deeper level and have easier, more regular contact and communication with everyone. And finally, the added value will either allow you to charge more for each client. It can be a part of your gold plan, for example, if that's how you arrange your packages. Or you can just charge an extra fee for being a part of the community to all of your clients. Either way, you get to charge more, boosting your lifetime value of each client, your retention levels, and your overall revenue. All right, so that's it. 5 extra income streams that you can take advantage of to earn more and build your personal training empire. There are more, so if you want to check out more, get on Google, get on ChatGPT, and you can get some more ideas as well if those don't suit you. Now, remember, you don't have to do just one either. You can do all of them at different times, and some of them you can do continuously. But all put together, you can create an amazing income, an income that might need some upfront work from you. But once it's done, you can leverage it and earn a lot from it in the long run, and also scale it to a lot of people, growing your business and your audience. So that's it for today's session. But before I go, I need your help. I need you to help grow this podcast and reach as many trainers as possible. So if this session today has helped you, please send it to just one other trainer that you know that might benefit from hearing it. Send them a link, share it on social media, or any way it can reach them. And if you do share it on social, don't forget to tag me. My Instagram handle is @MarkDevaney. That way I can reshare it and say a big thank you to you. So that's it for today. Thanks for listening again right to the end. I really do appreciate it. And I'll see you next week.